What's up, guys? Welcome to Leighton's Loft Show. I am not Leighton, but who is here? Leighton will be in shortly.
We should have just
Meanwhile,
sent him the link, and he could have come in from the phone in the car. Yeah.
because that's always safe. You're right.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't sound like he's moving anywhere. Leighton's caught
Yeah,
up in an accident somewhere on his trip in.
yeah. So we're gonna have Matt chime in with Lou, and then as soon as Leighton gets here, you guys will switch. All right. Thanks, Lou. I'll see you later.
No problem. Nice to see you, J5. I'm going to try something that's probably, I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Which one do I got here?
I think
Lou.
we'll try it. Matt, how
How's
you
it
doing?
going? I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm going to try something here. Hi to Brandon and Tyler and Nicholas. Nicholas, are you new? Thanks for the comment. I'd like to see new names, unless it's just me and I haven't noticed the name before.
Oh, Nick Canizo. Nick's been around for a little bit. Nick's a good guy.
Yeah, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him on the show, so maybe I've just missed it. Sorry, Nick, if I have. I'm going to put up the link here.
Sure.
To join the show. Let's have some fun.
Yeah,
I just put up the link in the comments here, and what can happen is you can join the show with that link. It's kind of like a Zoom call. Just get your computer popped up, and we'd like to see maybe your prized possession. If you can grab that quickly, your prized possession on a collectible or something. We'll see if we can kill some
that'd
time
be
until
awesome.
Leighton shows up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Eric. How we doing today?
It's up, Eric. So, Lou.
Yes.
Tell me how you feeling about the Red Sox start. It hasn't been bad, but it's been, I guess, a little more underwhelming maybe than maybe Red Sox fans were expecting.
Yeah, it hasn't been totally impressive, and I was overseas for the opening of the season, and I just laid my first bet of the year this afternoon.
Nice.
And it was basically with Erod going against the Red Sox today in Detroit and Nady Eovaldi. I said, I'm going to go 5 innings on the Red Sox, and only had to give up half a run and get a plus, I think, 135 or something like that. So I got the Red Sox in 5 innings minus half a run, and they're already down 1-0. So this is the way it works out.
Yeah. I feel like they've been getting down a little earlier in games. I don't know. Maybe it was kind of opposite of that. I don't know. I
thought Erod would struggle with this. I thought Erod's kind of in his head type of guy, and seeing those guys in the dugout, and just getting emotional about it. I figured he might have trouble getting in here, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, hopefully. Wait, what did you do here? Yeah, I look quite a little different, right, Kevin?
That's what we got to do for your birthday, Matt, or something. We got to color everybody's hair red. That would be great.
True. A celebration of myself. Everybody just dyes their hair for a day or two.
No, Tom, you didn't get the gambling channel, but the Red Sox, there are a couple of problems. Right field is a problem right now for them right now, and I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. It's much too early to get too worked up about anything.
Yeah. Definitely. Way too early. In a month is kind of after the first 4 weeks is when you can really start being like, okay, like this team's in trouble, or this team, they seem legit. Who knows? But I'm a Mets fan, so it's been a nice start this season. We did have a really bad loss 2 nights ago. We blew a 5-0 lead in the 8th inning. The Phillies. Yeah, that wasn't fun, but we came back last night, shut the Phillies out in a 2-0 win. But just fun to have baseball back in general. I will never complain.
How do you feel about Tyler McGill? Because I really like the kid.
Yeah, I've been joking. Ethan over there, I've been telling him nonstop. He's Jacob deGrom 2.0 in the making.
Good, huh?
I've been joking about that, but like it's turned into where it's like a 90% joke now and like 10% I'm serious. Like you never know. But in all seriousness, he's been very impressive. He was off to a real hot start last season when he first came up. Then he suffered a bit, struggled a bit at the end of the season. But I mean, hey, hasn't allowed a run in I think maybe 11 innings pitched this season. So. I'm loving it. Especially if DeGrom, his status is always up in the air. And so
we were talking about him a lot on the Sirius show when DeGrom went down, and a lot of his struggles last year were late, but he was over. That was a number of innings for him. He hadn't thrown that many innings in a season, so he was kind of stretched out at that point.
Yeah.
And by the way, it was only 2 or 3. I think there was 2 or 3 starts. He gave up, was it 3 homers against the Giants and back-to-back starts on there, and earlier in the season. Then late in the season, he had a couple of bad starts. Other than that, he pitched really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm very excited about that. And If it's not pitching, it's hitting for the Mets, and if it's not hitting, it's pitching. But so far to start the season, both have been pretty solid. So I'm just day by day enjoying it,
Yeah.
taking it day by day. But
Well, they paid a lot of
um,
money for that team. No doubt
yes,
about that. Yeah.
yeah, a little different with the Will Pond's gone now. Steve Cohen's not afraid to spend a little money. It's a little nice, but with all that comes headlines and drama. But I'm
Yep.
enjoying it.
All right. So you're a Mets fan. That's what I wanted to know. Who else do you root for? And
So
so if you're a Mets fan, wait a second. In New York, if you're a Mets fan, that has to mean you're a Jets fan, right?
that must mean it, but I'm not. I'm a Giants fan actually.
Yeah.
I'm a Mets fan. I'm a Giants fan. I'm a Devils fan, and I'm a Sixers fan.
Oh
Which
wow, you're all over the map.
Yeah, so obviously, living in New Jersey, I'll root for any New Jersey team. So that's why, I'm a Devils fan. I was, when I was growing up, when I first started really getting into sports is when the New Jersey Nets moved to Brooklyn. So I was very upset. I was like, what, why the hell are they moving? Like,
Yeah.
that stinks. Like, I don't want to root for them. So I was very like angry. I didn't want to root for them. I already just didn't like the Knicks, which I'm glad because that's just been terrible the
Yep.
past 10 years being a Knicks fan. Um, and I still wanted to root for a local team. So I started kind of getting into the NBA. I had like a test season, just seeing like, okay, well, like let's see who I like. And at the time, it was like 2011. I really liked the Sixers. They had right before like their tanking started. They had like Andre
Yep.
Iguodala, Drew Holiday. They had a nice young core, and I stuck with them through the process, through all the tanking. And I'm hoping they reward me. It's been very fun past couple seasons, but have had very tough endings when the playoffs come around. So sticking by them.
So in New Jersey, Philadelphia is considered local?
Depending where you are. I'm in central New Jersey. I live in Hillsborough, New Jersey. So
Yep.
that's right next to Princeton. So that's like central Jersey. That's kind of where it's split between Philly and New York. Then really anything south turns into all Philly, and anything north of that's all New York. So
All right, I'm posting again. I'm posting a link to the show. This is a link that you can actually get into the show if you want to. You just fire up your laptop. It's basically like a Zoom call. You hit the link and you pick your camera and you pick your microphone. It can be a laptop microphone and a laptop camera, and come on. If you have something close to you that's a prized possession of yours that you want to show us, or you have a question, I don't know if Matt and I can answer it, but if you have a question, we can put it out. We can put it out to the group too, or you can show off a card that you're trying to move, or maybe tell us about a card that you're looking for. Happy to talk to you. Leighton is caught in traffic on the way to the show. There's an accident somewhere where he's coming in, so he's running a little bit late. So Matt and I are kind of taking over as we go. You guys don't like the gambling talk, Tom? Tom said, "What am I on a gambling channel?"
I mean, hey, say what you want about gambling. Gambling, it makes things, gamble responsibly, of course.
Yep.
It makes things a lot more fun when it gives you extra incentive. Like last night, I didn't bet on the playing games last night, but like that Timberwolves Clippers game last night, the Timberwolves won. It was a very fun game. Like to an average NBA fan watching that, it may not be too exciting, but if you place a bet on it, place a little wager, that gives you a little incentive, makes things more serious, more fun. And I'm
All
all
right,
about that.
give us some insights on NBA betting. First of all, I'm not an NBA guy, but I bet baseball, enjoy the hell out of it, and then I bet football. I like that too. And I'm a hockey guy, but I don't really enjoy all that much betting on hockey. But NBA, a lot of the guys that a lot of my co-hosts on Sirius, and we talk about sports betting all the time, and they're into the NBA and they play NBA a lot. And one thing I've been told is that in-game betting is a little bit of fun because they don't catch up to the underdog. The
Oh,
underdog may be leading, but the odds don't catch up to that. So you might be
yeah.
able to get a nice price on odds there.
Yeah, and it's similar to some other sports where it's never really a game until the fourth quarter, and that really shows in the NBA. Like
Yeah.
a team could have a 20-point lead, and it might not really matter because teams go on runs, they get real hot. Leighton just came in; he'll be on in a couple minutes.
Yep.
But live betting, like you mentioned, that is a lot of fun. Whenever I see a team down 10 or 15 points, I always take a look at the line. And if it's juicy enough, I'll consider throwing down a responsible bet, of course. I like betting a lot of player props, like Steph Curry over 5.5 threes on a game. I think player props are a lot more fun. And I always have a rule across all sports: never bet the under because I don't find the under very fun. I
Yeah.
like betting the over because everybody loves rooting for points, especially if you don't have an interest on one team or the next. Uh, just root for points, root for the ball to go in the bucket. I mean, that's
Yep.
what's a lot of fun, and especially at the very end of the game, things can get pretty crazy if depending on the game script of it. But betting
Makes
NBA
sense.
is a lot of fun.
Makes sense, and I like your point about teams, especially depending on where they are on the schedule. If they're on the third game of the week or they're on
Mhm.
back-to-backs or something, they may not show up till the fourth quarter, especially if they're playing a weaker opponent and they kind of,
Oh yeah.
walk through it for three quarters, find themselves down 6 or 8, and
Mhm.
then they turn it on for the fourth quarter, especially at home.
Yeah. And I love betting football too. I tend to stay away from hockey just because I don't tend to watch it as much. But playoff hockey is always electric. I love it.
Yeah.
I'll probably get a little more into that. And baseball, I've just never been great at betting baseball. I know from what I've like seen and heard of listening to radio and podcasts, all the betting like first 5 innings is usually the way to go. From what I hear,
Yeah.
it's just I'm just not good at it. I'm just not good at betting baseball.
Well, I like the first 5 bets because the bullpen is such a wild card, and
Mhm.
depending on who comes in and who comes in when they turn it over to the bullpen and things like
Yeah.
that. I just like the matchup today because Nathan's been pitching well, and like I said, I thought Erod might have some struggles with pitching against his old team today.
And and like some pitchers really struggled the third time around the order too. That's why I heard betting first 5 is always better because usually 5 innings. Sometimes
Yeah.
depending how the game goes, they only get 2 times around the order or so. But I've always struggled betting baseball.
So what's going on at Vintage Breaks and Just Collect that maybe we should know about before Leighton comes on?
Yeah, so before Leighton will be on any minute, guys. He just came in. What's going on right now? Obviously, we're in the process of moving. That's very exciting
Yeah.
to our Melbourne office.
Have you seen the new digs yet?
I've seen pictures. I'll probably be there soon. I'll probably make a run over there and drop some things off. But look, it looks beautiful. The place looks beautiful. We're excited. We have a retail. We're gonna have a storefront. We're gonna have our own studio. So right now, which
Oh,
is it has its perks. We're
yep.
out, in an office right now, and we have like this little studio, but it's open to our office. We're gonna have like a studio with a green screen, new camera setup. We're gonna have multiple mics. So I know a lot of people during the show struggle hearing the person helping with promos a lot. I know that can get frustrating, but yeah, we're gonna have our own mics, multiple cameras. It's gonna be more legit than anything we've had. Not to say this is not legit, but
Oh no, it's
it's
great to
gonna
have
be exciting.
it's great to have your own space to work with,
Mhm.
because you guys have to run a business while we're doing the show here, and you're
Oh yeah.
sharing an office with the studio. So it'd be nice
Yeah.
to have a place where you can just work. It'd be great.
Definitely. And yeah, we have our spring breaks event coming to an end in about a month, I would say. Everybody who's watching probably knows about it, but if they don't, go check it go check it out on site at vintagebreaks.events.com. We have promos like the VIP, the Platinum VIP, the Buy Any Spot bonus, the Break a Maniac appreciation bonus, giving away just awesome prizes. 1954 Jackie Robinson, 56 Mickey Mantle, 48 Stan Musial. So many of them. Go check it out on site, guys. It's really cool. We're going to start amping up the promotions of that too, because it's just really cool stuff and want everybody to get a shot, get in that.
So, what is it that you collect, by the way?
So I collected a lot when I was younger with my dad. And then, as school and sports kicked up, I stopped. But when the pandemic started again, I really got into that. I started getting into all that. I like a lot of modern stuff, which I think complements well to Vintage Breaks here.
We'll
Um,
convert you to the dark side.
well, yeah, I'm being converted to the dark side, definitely. But yeah, I love football. I love football cards. Of course, I like them all, but modern football cards I really like best.
Yep. What's your prize piece in your collection?
My prize piece. Well, my
Yeah.
prize piece right now. I got a really nice Bobby Wood Jr. Nice.
Was that from the break?
Yes,
Get out of
it
here.
is
That's gonna
from
turn out
the
to be a
break.
nice. That's cool.
We had a nice Christmas break here at the office, and I ended up with a really nice Bobby Wood Jr. card.
Oh, the sapphire.
Yeah,
That's
Sapphire.
nice.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that. But yeah, we'll see how that goes on. I have a couple other awesome pieces, but Leighton is actually here and he's all ready for all you guys. So
All right,
I'm gonna turn
excellent.
it over to him. Lou, it
Thanks,
was
Matt.
awesome talking to you, and I'll
Always.
talk to you soon.
All right, great. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, man.
Bro.
All right, Leighton was delayed by traffic.
Hey,
Yeah,
Lou, welcome back.
Had an accident in the way. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I had an accident, but I wanted to hear and congratulate you on your daughter's wedding. It was in Ireland. That's amazing.
That's right, Northern Ireland. It was beautiful. It was quite the trip. There were 30 of us that went. We didn't know how many people. It was.
Of course.
I considered it the photo op wedding because they got married in Boston in December legally, but
Sure.
this was for photos. But it turned out to be a really emotional and great ceremony, and it was a great trip. And a lot of people traveled, so we all had a blast terrorizing Northern Ireland.
Well, congratulations to your daughter and your entire family. That's awesome, Lou. I'm glad you guys had a great time.
Thank you so much, Nicholas. Thank you, appreciate it.
So welcome everybody this afternoon to Leighton's Loft. Really appreciate Matt filling in. He's perfect because he's got his pulse on the game, whether it be baseball, football, basketball. I don't know if he's a hockey guy, but I know you're not a hockey guy, Lou. So we generally don't talk too much about hockey.
I think we decided during that though, for his birthday, we're all going to color our hair his color. I think we're all going to go red.
I mean, if we all go 21 shots each, like it's our 21st birthday, I'll color my hair red too.
Yeah.
So I appreciate everyone tuning in today. We're going to have a little bit of time here to work with, so I'm going to kind of get right into it. First announcement is our next big event, which is going to conclude on May 15th at 10 o'clock Eastern time. You can find out all the details on our website at vintagebreaks.com. We're also going to be set up that weekend at the first ever big card convention at the American Dream Mall in New Jersey.
Ooh.
So it's being hosted by Rick Probstein. If you're not familiar with Rick, he runs a multi-million-dollar, eBay consignment business and is very well known throughout the hobby. And there's going to be a number of autographed guests, including Mariano Rivera, Lawrence Taylor, and Lou. We're already, when I say in talks, I'm like, I'm buckling up for the price. But we're trying to get Mariano Rivera to break basically with us for about 10, 15 minutes. And I know it's not great when you can't get a price and they just say, well, how much can you pay? And if they're more saying is, how much pain can you endure?
Right, exactly.
And really, unless there's really no time in your life where you want to hear that kind of questioning. Like if you're the doctor, they're like, what kind of pain can you endure? Not going to be that great for you.
Right.
So imagine in a financial negotiation, someone says to you, what kind of pain can you endure? Probably not going to be that great.
But you're a skilled negotiator. How do you like giving out the first number? Do you like giving out the first number?
Do I like it? No, I think it's terrible.
Yeah.
So what I did was, and I didn't give it out. If Mariano's watching, he'll understand now the rationale behind my thinking. My thinking is this: it's going to be really tough for us unless he's willing to be reasonable with price.
Yeah.
I understand, right? So maybe to you and I, $20 makes a difference, but to someone in a foreign country where $20 could be $2 million, they might take $2.
Right.
So it's all about perspective. So I understand when we talk and we joke about what's a lot of money, to them it might just be like, oh, well, I'll just do a different opportunity.
Yeah.
And so I fully get that. But my counter to that is, hey, once again, we're not bringing in Mo to the event. The event's bringing him in.
Right. He's there.
So
anyway.
He's already there. My guess is he's probably going to use the bathroom for a few minutes.
Yep.
Just imagine you hold it in and you don't go to the bathroom, but instead of going to the bathroom, you make a bunch of money doing a break with us. It's that quick.
Right.
And you can still go to the bathroom before. We'll wait for you.
Well, just have a sandwich there for him or something so he can take a break, get a bite.
We always try to have, some light fare in the green room of our live events at the conventions. But of course, I would be ecstatic to do something with Mo. I mean, he's iconic. He's someone I grew up with, and I've met him before in person. He's great. He's very easygoing.
God, would I love to hear stories about players of that time, especially if you did a break and you had some Yankees in there. It would be so much fun to hear stories of that particular era. That was a great era.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I already I can formulate questions in my head here on the fly. I've got lots of questions. I won't be short of content, but we'll keep our fingers crossed, right? Just like anything else in life, nothing's guaranteed. But
Ask him how it came to be that the Red Sox hit him so well, because because
I
he was.
probably won't go into that. But for example, one of the questions that comes to mind is, it's like, when did you realize whatever? I think they used to call it the core four for the Yanks. When
Yep.
did you realize like those were your buddies? Or did like you have to be told like, hey, you're the core four, and now you guys are like I'd like to hear behind the scenes. Did they
Yep.
have like a drunken stupor one night? Mariano's picking up Jorge Posada off the ground after he ate the one too many gyros at the grease trucks. So
There
believe
was
me, I
a-
think there's a lot
there was a
that
point
could
in
be
there.
coming out of it.
I'm sorry. There was a point in there where the Red Sox hit him really well, and it was just about familiarity. The Red Sox and Yankees played all the time, and all these hitters had seen Mo so long. And Mo is the greatest there ever was. He was excellent, and I've never seen a guy who the pitch is coming, it's a slider, and they still couldn't hit him.
Didn't matter.
But after 2004, when the Red Sox won, the Yankees opened at Fenway the next year, and they were introducing the Yankees, and the Red Sox fans gave Mo Rivera like a standing ovation. And half in fun and half out of respect because they know how great he was. But the Red Sox got to him in a couple instances there, and he tipped his cap and he took it well, and he just laughed along with the rest of us. And it was such a great moment because it's like he understood the joke. He understood what was going on. It was great. That Red Sox in that era, the Red Sox Yankees was such a cool rivalry.
No, I totally agree with you. So of course, like I said, we're hoping that we can secure a break with Mo at the convention. If not, it'll still be worth coming on by. We're certainly going to try to pull off, a break or two with an athlete.
Oh, Monty's giving you some scouting, I think.
There you go.
Right. Yeah. I didn't know he was involved in the church.
The thing is that and Monty's definitely dead on balls. If you could talk to the player, here's the deal. You're never talking to the player.
Yeah.
You're talking to the agent. The agent's like, sure, if you want to make a donation, go right ahead.
Yep.
The donation to Mariano Rivera Inc. will be this. My cut will be this.
Exactly.
And so generally, and I believe me, of course, appreciate everyone's suggestions and everyone tuning in today to Leighton's Loft. Find us every Wednesday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. The reality of it is we're all humans, but there is a buffer between the player and the company trying to do a deal with them. And really in any instance.
By design, and that's
exactly
what
by
he's
design.
there for. Yeah.
Because all of a sudden then you're going to have people, oh yeah, sure, just donate to the church or your favorite charity, and then the agent doesn't have a job.
Yep.
So I wanted to get to a couple other things while we have some time today on the show. Next up is, I can never see. Next up is the 3 cards we're going to be including in today's newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see here.
This is the newsletter of cards that.
It's our newsletter that we send out every week. But we took a few weeks off, Lou, where we would include at least a handful of cards at fixed price. And so without further ado, what's cool is the 3 cards you're going to see for sale in today's newsletter in just a couple hours when it goes out. It's the first time they've been made available for sale. They came from a recent collection we purchased of primarily Detroit Tigers cards. And so you can imagine the first 3 cards that we're including are all Tigers. So here's the first one. It's a gorgeous T206.
Oh.
Ty Cobb, great eye appeal for a 2. It's also a polar bear back, so it's a little bit of a tougher back.
Yep.
And as you can see here, the newsletter price will be $77.50. It is going to be more expensive on eBay to account for the fees.
Mm-hmm.
So if this is the kind of card that interests you, to either buy it, we have made trades, and of course we made trades with plenty of people from the Vintage Breaks community. This is the first of the 3 cards from the Detroit Tigers collection. You'll be able to read the entire story about this collection on our blog at blog.justcollect.com.
Mm-hmm.
But today is the first day we're making any cards from this collection available for sale. Okay, next up is a very, very tough set. Is the 1933 George C. Miller. There's no Ty Cobb in it, but Charlie Gehringer, former Tiger and Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
This is graded PSA 3. These are very, very tough to find, really in any condition.
Wow, I'm not familiar with that set at all.
Yeah, it's a very small set. Does not have any Ruth, Gehrig, DiMaggio.
Yep.
But it does have a bunch of Hall of Famers, and this one's going to be $14.25.
Mm-hmm.
The next one, which is really cool, I haven't had this in a long time. I didn't realize they had gone up so much in terms of their value. So this is a T200 Fatima team card of the Detroit Americans featuring Ty Cobb and several other Hall of Famers, including Hugh Jennings, Sam Crawford, etc. This one's
Wow.
going to be $1,500. It's just really cool if you appreciate baseball history to think about that this was stuffed into basically a pouch of tobacco. And even though it's a one, it's not a bad looking one, Lou.
No. I
And
like
you look
the
at the
black border
contrast of
too.
the picture.
Yeah.
The contrast of the picture is really, you can see the players and their names on it. So it's really cool.
And the nice graphics of the time there. And it's
Yes.
really nice. Yeah. Didn't know that existed either.
Yeah. So that's 3 of the cards that will be in today's newsletter. If you'd like to see your card appear in a future newsletter of Vintage Breaks and Just Collect, we will continue to extend for a little longer before we move into our new place. Lou, we offer people who are in our community the ability to have their card for sale in our newsletter with no charge to them.
Right.
So if you want to get $1,500 for your card, and we agree upon that ahead of time, you'll have your card featured in a future newsletter of Vintage Breaks and Just Collect. Simply drop me a line. There you go, Lou. Thank you. Leighton at justcollect.com. And I'd be happy to work with you and try to help sell your card.
Yeah, it's great. And Vintage Breaks will be involved and it'll be in the Vintage Breaks community and you don't have fees to pay. And it's just, it'd be a much better selling experience.
Yes. So if we can help you out, please let us know. Lastly for today, I was saving this for, opening, let's say, week of baseball. And even though last week we started, it wasn't the first full week. Awesome, Tom. It's our pleasure. 54 Tops Hockey Set Break is a doozy. We haven't had that in a while.
Yep.
So anyway, with the official first week of baseball now upon us,
yes.
I got to say, Lou, I'm thrilled. I'm actually not playing fantasy this year, and it's weird. I feel a little bit lighter. I feel like I'm excited to read the box scores because I want to.
Yep.
Versus like I have to or I need to. I know there's a lot of good young talent that has started off the season with their major league club, so I'm excited for that. I've been into the Yankees early on, even though it's been kind of up and down.
Yep.
And really, they're one of the most interesting divisions of baseball between the Sox and the Blue Jays.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting this year.
And you can never count out Tampa Bay either. They're always
no. Are you kidding me? I would be a fool to count on Tampa Bay.
Yep.
I mean, they'll likely win the division, to be honest with you.
Yep.
So I wanted to show off a really cool item that we've been holding for a little bit. Graphically, aesthetically, it's beautiful. 1970 Topps Super Baseball Box. I have not had one of these boxes, before this one, which we've had for a little bit.
Right.
Probably a good 10, 15 years. As you can see here, it's wrapped by Steve Hart from Baseball Card Exchange. Shout out to him, Rick, and his entire team. So, Lou, in this box is 24 packs.
Mm-hmm.
It is now available on our website by the spot. There's only 3 cards per pack. What's super cool about this product, Lou, is that there's only 36 cards in the set.
Oh.
So with Clemente, with Aaron, Mays, Rose, Willie McCovey, Reggie Jackson, like it's really hard to get skunked on a pack.
Yeah, right. Odds are very good. Yeah.
Exactly. So stay tuned to Vintage Breaks on Instagram and make sure you follow Leighton on Instagram. And in the very near future, so this week we're giving away the Baseball Set Break Super Ticket on Friday. Starting next week, look for a promotion. We're going to give away an entire pack. We'll give away 3 different spots, fresh from this box. And we'll open it for you live in a future episode of either Leighton's Loft or Trading Card Therapy.
Yep. Excellent. That'd be great. So what year is this? What year is this?
1970.
1970. Okay.
Last PSA 10 of Clemente sold for over $15,000. Last PSA 10 of Hank Aaron and Willie Mays sold for over $15,000. And what's great about these, Lou, is the corners are rounded. So the chance of high-grade examples is much higher with these than with other standard issues when, you have, of course, pointy corners and centering and things of that nature. So I'm looking forward to busting this box. As soon as we open the first box, I'm going to take a pack for myself and put it away for Crosby. So I'm excited about that. So if you'd like to just check out a little bit more about that product, it is now live on our website at vintagebreaks.com. And if you'd like to have a chance to win one of the spots in the free pack giveaway, stay tuned to our Vintage Breaks account on Instagram. Make sure you follow us and we'll reveal details about this amazing free giveaway in the next few days.
So on Instagram, they should follow Vintage Breaks and the Leighton.
Yep, and we'll
account
reveal
too,
details in the coming days about how you can enter to win a free spot.
which I do. So I'm following all those guys.
Excellent. So Lou is eligible. If he wins,
Yeah.
well, he'll pay it forward, I'm sure.
Yes, absolutely.
So with that, folks, we are going to end because I cannot improve upon that to end
Nope.
today's show.
Good finish.
That is a sweet box that we've not had in a really long time. I hope you appreciated checking it out. And of course, we appreciate you joining us today here on Leighton's Loft. We are not going to have trading card therapy this week. We will continue it next week, and we'll also get back to a regular schedule as we figure out our new office and a bunch of other things going on spring break across.
I don't know if Matt
next few
tipped here, but he said you're going to have a studio in the new digs too. So
We are. Yes,
Yeah.
we are. It's going to be fancy and, it'll be accessible to everyone. And of course, we're not only going to have a grand opening, of the new retail store, but we're going to be planning something for the National called like Road to the National because our new place. I guess he didn't like that.
Nope.
We're about 20 minutes from Newark Airport, so we're thinking a lot of folks are going to be coming in to the National Sports Collectors Convention this year in Atlantic City. Will be coming through very close to our office, so we welcome.
I may
people all that way.
have to make that trip. I certainly want to come down for the grand opening.
Lou, it shouldn't take much to get you down for the National between coming down to our store and then the likes of Borgata and the nightlife of Atlantic City, plus during the day. Check out the card scene. It's going to be great.
Yep. All right.
We'll get you a VIP badge.
Excellent.
We'll get you.
Sounds like
It's no Ireland. I'm not going to pretend it is, but it'll be good.
it's going to have its advantages, but yeah.
Sure, a little bit closer. That's for sure.
All right. We'll see y'all next week. Leighton's Loft at
Thanks, everybody.
1:30 on Wednesdays.